Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the September reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so that means take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. Hit the like button to show support. Leave a comment. And let me know if the reading resonates, and also subscribe if you haven't. If you're new, welcome. If you're old, hello. Share, of course. And what else am I going to say? I try to stick to the same thing, and then I throw in something new, and it gets me all messed up. See. Boy, I've changed. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I always throw out. I may be talking about you or the person you're dealing with, but I'm trying to arrange the questions so this obviously sticks mostly to you. But if you gotta flip it around, I guess. What else? I put up the choice for the Divine Masculine for the month of September. Either it's a choice that they've already made this month or that they're going to make in September, so check that out. Also keep in mind too that masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender, again, so you can be a female and resonate with the masculine, and masculine you can resonate with the feminine. So again, apply, as I always say, apply it as it may fit. But that is up. I'm going to be putting the feminines up too, probably tomorrow, because I have to do 3 tonight, and like I said, I can't sit too long in this chair. My legs are not happy, among other body parts. I have the overview, and this is what is coming towards you in September. What is going to be your state of being in regards to this? What is the challenge, lesson, or obstacle? What is the root issue, or what needs to be overcome? And this is the hopes and fears in regards to the situation. This is advice in regards to the situation. And the possible outcome should you follow the advice. Or the possible outcome. And I will get other advice. I forgot to do that, and I can't even remember what I did for the water sign. So it's all spur of the moment, people. Aside from this, and at the bottom of the deck, of course, we had the Hermit. So this is about contemplation, trying to look within, figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Seems like it never ends, right? What's coming towards you is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So this is either you know, how you're going to be feeling, even though this is supposed to be how you're feeling. But again, this could also be you, I guess. Or this is the person that you're dealing with. Or it might be symbolizing simply cutting something away or cutting something out. You know, in the upright, she's all about truth, clarity. You know, she's very perceptive, can't pull no wool over her eyes. She doesn't take any bullshit. You know, in the reverse, though, it could be somebody who's overly emotional, a little bitchy, a little cold-hearted. But again, could be justified. You know what I'm saying? Resentful. Need to use one's head more and gain better clarity. So again, oh, and I forgot to read the overview. Crying out loud. Okay. Let us start from the overview because I think it's important. We have Orphaned. So that's why, again, when I talk about here, maybe somebody was cut out, or somebody was cutting somebody out, or feeling cut out, or abandoned in some way, or hurt in some way. Let's see what orphaned is. Sorry. Essential meanings: a sense of loss and identity crisis. Recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. The oracle's message: we were all meant to have connections with other people within our families, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of, rather than separate from, is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit, be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way that you did before, or a person, or even yourself, the way you used to be, or just situations, what have you, and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. Relationship message: as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out or want to cut somebody out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. So I said, don't settle for less than you deserve. You know, don't cling for people and wait for people who obviously, don't deserve you. It's about, again, realizing your own worth and value, and to kind of heal thyself, and put yourself out there again, um, around people that are actually have your best interest in heart, and again, and not giving over too much of your power or your emotions or your thoughts or whatever to people who obviously showed you they don't give a shit, right? Prosperity message. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You're not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. Protection message. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. So that's why I said it's if I go back to the divine masculine, I mentioned, I think that there's like a couple of scenarios going on. Either, one divine masculine might be trying to come back, and again, some people deserve to, some people don't. Some people might be dealing with narcissists or users or whatever. Use discernment, It says just because somebody's coming back don't mean that they should be coming back, and that's what this card also means too. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Remember who you are. Remember what you've been through. Remember what you've the pain you've gone through. Learn from that. Apply the wisdom, and be open and to trying to again get yourself out there, and don't fear that everyone's going to be like the last one, and don't fear you won't find anyone else, so you settle for the last one should they come back, and again maybe they don't deserve to. Like it says, know what you're dealing with. Don't repeat cycles. Don't break your own heart. Don't allow people to treat you like shit, just because you don't want to be alone. Again, it's like all these things that we have to look at is to even why we stayed in something that we knew that was no good. And then when it ended, and then still clinging and hoping and waiting for that person to come. It's like, it's all of that stuff that you got to ask yourself, well, why are you doing that? Make that list of pros and cons, and we'll sure put stuff into perspective. Easier said than done. I know you can be hurt over a situation for years. Well, however, if it takes time to heal, but the universe is wanting to kind of coax you out of that pain, that isolation. Maybe again, the hermit could be you, isolated. Sorry, my phone. But, again, it's knowing that you're never alone. Spirit's always with you, even though you may feel like you are. And if there's ways for you to make it so that you're not, friends, family, what have you, try to do that. Try to think positive. And then here, when we're talking about too, about some people trying to get their money together, trying to figure out their career, could be feeling like things aren't progressing or working, and questioning their path and all that stuff. So, we're talking about here, don't not something you think will sell, or you perceive that they may want it. This even includes just how you present yourself. Always be yourself. Don't put on an act or pretend to be something that you're not, whether that's in personal relationships, or to try to win somebody, or in regards to business ideas, or how you present yourself, especially if you're one of, if you're entering into kind of like a flooded market of stuff, and you're trying to find your niche, or your place among that, and maybe comparing the success of others, or maybe if I'm more like them, I'll have more whatever. But it's again, they're trying to encourage you to stay true to who you are, and things will work out. You don't have to be like somebody else, or compare yourself to somebody else who you might feel is, because again, you never know why you're stagnant in things, or you never know why. Again, maybe it's more time for thinking. I'm trying to still figure that out myself. To be honest, I'm Capricorn North Node, so I have financial karma. So I am completely understanding that, even about the orphans, isolating, dealing with the heartbreak of the other. I mean, I get it. I don't just preach it; I live it, or I have lived it. So I'm right there with you. Um, so again, trying to figure out our place in the world. What do we do? Where do we go? How do we make something work? Or what doesn't seem to be working? Or getting over fears in regards to getting ourselves out there again. Do we even want to? Again, it's still healing some, hurt, whatever it is. Again, but the universe is trying to encourage you, and yourself that you want more. You just can't seem to, you know what I'm saying? um, So again, this could be, what's coming towards you again is still maybe still lack of clarity about direction, or again, it says I need to use our head more, need to figure stuff out. Um, So we have better clarity, relationships clouding your usually clear vision. We need to refocus on our goals and direction. This is also somebody who could be devoid of emotion or compassion for others, maybe feeling a little just like, I'm going to say, feeling like done. Just, it is done in emotion, because I know I felt that quite a bit. Like I'm just done. I'm over it. Over it all. That's all I say all the time. I say it to my mother. I say it to the spirit guides when I'm doing my readings. I tell them I don't want to hear it. I'm over it. I'm over it all. So I feel, I guess I can empathize. Just feeling a little devoid of emotion. And maybe because you feel like you got nothing to give anymore, especially if you've been through the ringer. Um, Alienating oneself, again, the hermit, being in isolation, being orphaned, feeling alone. Don't even feel like you want to deal with people either. Again, because perhaps, I don't know, maybe whatever you've been through, you're a little weary of people in general. You've kind of lost your faith in people, especially in love or relationships, and if we're dealing with any past people coming back, that sure as hell, for many, depending on your situation and what you've been through, especially if you got those narcissists coming back or anything like that, it's like, it's like, oh, not again. I can't. I can't even. I don't even want the test universe. I don't even want it. I don't want to deal with it. Or you might have somebody new coming in, and because of this experience, you're closed off to it, or you're keeping yourself in a place where you're not allowing yourself to be at a place. I don't know how it's going to come in, however it comes in. But it's not going to come to your door unless it's the UPS guy or girl. It's also seen as narrow-minded or intolerant and mean, cutting away or clearing things out. Again, so if this is what's coming towards you, either you're getting cut out, or you're cutting somebody out, or you just again aren't feeling it, or you need some more clarity. Feeling still resentful because you're feeling abandoned or orphaned, or you just feel like you need to clear shit out. Again, a refocusing on our goals. Did I do? No, I haven't done a feminine yet. But I know for some that's kind of playing on it, especially if you've been trying to manifest something and nothing seems to be getting off the ground. Like I said, I'm talking about comparing to other people. Like I myself, for instance, since we're going to throw it out there, scenarios. I started the channel a year ago because I was guided to do so. And I started around the same time as some other readers. Now, but then I saw them blow up overnight. And I think that what I offer in regards to the psychological aspect of it, the karmic aspect of it, like I go really deep into stuff, more so than the other people, but they're more, I'm going to say commercially, or there's something about, sometimes people don't want to go deep. That's why I says, do I need to be less, because I really get into like the heart of the matter. And some people just want to know if the ex is coming back. They don't want to look at themselves. They don't want to deal with the shadow work. They don't want to deal with, psychological stuff and all that. And I was guided to do, and I seem to have, not that I purposely get that, but I seem to be guided to lead a group through a similar set of lessons that I've been through. It just happened that way. So me saying, maybe I should be more like the other people, and plus too, it also has to do with people who watch the channel, liking things, commenting, sharing. That helps to boost the channel to get promoted more, and then your channel can blow up. So like it says, if you've been, but that hasn't happened. Like I said, I've had one $5 donation and I've had 7 readings. So I've been questioning again, should I even keep the channel going? What am I doing wrong? Should I be like other, again, I'm throwing out my stuff, so just so you can see how it kind of fits with what this is saying, and it probably fits with what some of you might be going through as well. But they don't want us, me, you, Capricorns, whoever, to kind of make sure we stay true to ourselves or whatever we feel is our calling, and don't let the fact that other people have blown up quicker or nothing seems to be manifesting keep you from, because that's the ego. If you've been called to do something, that's divine. You know, it shouldn't be about, the round say shouldn't be about what you get back, but I mean, hey, we all got to pay the bills, right? So it's like part of the reason is not only just wanting to give it back, but also wanting to, you know, I need to support myself. So, you know, as I ramble about my own stuff, it's just to kind of show you how these readings definitely talk about multiple areas of our lives, not just the relationship, but it's also about what are we doing to make ourselves better. Doing the regular old 9 to 5 or dead end jobs, or not being happy, or isolating ourselves, or being in the lowest, or feeling hopeless, or whatever it is, because these readings are always meant to try to encourage you. So again, if that's how you're feeling, as I digressed into my own spiel. But I just thought I'd share how we're all going through it. Your state of being is the Page of Swords in the reverse. So this is about spying, usually, and it's like spying like in a creepy through somebody's window kind of way. Checking social, even checking these readings is considered spying. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are they whatever? And sometimes we're too preoccupied with what they're doing and not enough on what we're doing. You know, like I said, that's why I said some people don't want to go deep though, but when you hear the spy card, this is kind of what it means. It could be anything. Checking the social media, just looking for more information, and especially if we're lacking clarity, we could be needing to find more information. This person is also all talk, no action, haste, and undelivered promises. So we could be dealing with somebody who's a real douche and who delivers, and we're feeling like, oh, we don't want to deal with them because they're all they do is deliver undelivered promises. Y'all talk, no action. Or this is even us being all talk, no action. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then we go, oh, what's the point? Don't even bother. Still confused, still don't know, still in the lowest. Like I says, you can read these cards so many ways, or it can be a combination of everything. Acting hastily without thinking, not effective use of energy. You need to tackle one thing at a time. Again, maybe our thoughts are scattered, and maybe we start 20 different projects and we don't finish any of them. Just like I said, I can relate. I got more things going on, and I haven't finished any of them. Oh, this just sucks. But anyway, it's also, again, spying, stalking, not delivering on promises, a know-it-all, annoying others with our constant questioning or challenging, being conscious, we need to be conscious of how we come across, fear of public speaking, or not feeling like you have enough experience or knowledge. Again, experience in regards to work, knowledge in regards to work, knowledge in regards to direction, dealing with people that might be coming in, trying to gather information, figure out who's full of shit, who can be trusted, you know, all kinds of stuff here. Because again, this is what's your state of being. So maybe again, you're just trying to figure shit out. Challenge, lesson, or obstacle. 5 of Wands. It's all about petty conflicts. Fives are also about change. You know, embracing change, struggling with change. Because, you know, change requires being present. And many of us love to live in the past. Shoulda, woulda, couldas. How can I have been so this? How could they have been so that? Etc., etc. stinking thinking, whatever it is. This again could be internal conflicts. So if this is all you just all kinds of don't know what side's up, don't know what the hell to do. Going back and forth in your own head. It could be again internal or external. So it's maybe to overcome challenges or not engaging in petty arguments, or again just struggling with obstacles, challenges, because this is the challenge, lesson, or obstacle. So maybe it's just trying to figure out how to overcome our challenges or overcome obstacles. Again, engage in conflict, competition, petty arguments, differing beliefs. Fives, again, are conflict and change. In the midst of conflict, being challenged on points of view. Arguing, but not listening. Both ways. Two people arguing, but nobody's listening to what anybody's saying. Back and forth. Each person's perspective is their own perspective, and nobody's shifted on their perspectives. Or, like I said, and if you're dealing with any narcissists, they'll always try to gaslight you into thinking that their perspective is the right one. Is know what you're dealing with. Don't change your point of view if you've got somebody's number already. You know what I'm saying? Little progress, only conflict. And no value in the discussion. So just talking a lot of nonsense and then nothing coming out of it. Or little progress even in regards to what the hell we're doing with ourselves. Got 20 different projects started, none of them finished, still sitting in our thoughts, still feeling the lowest, not taking action, being a hermit and whatever else. Group brainstorming, problem solving encourages diversity and differences of opinion. Can be a benefit to learn from differences. So again, maybe seeing everybody's side. But again, don't let yourself get played for a fool. Some people looking for the pity play. You know what I'm saying? Encourages enthusiastic approach to change. So however we're feeling, the universe is trying to encourage you to have an enthusiastic approach to change. Out with the old, in with the new. Whatever's gone, whatever's coming, hopefully is better than what's gone, right? Especially if whatever was gone was treating you like shit. Encourages, I read that one. Currently scattered energy that needs clear strategy. Again, figuring out what the hell's going on, what we're doing, where we're going, how can we do it. Personal struggle and conflict, either internal or external, again, causing tension, confusion, just all jacked up. And the root issue of what needs to be overcome is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands in the upright talks about standing our ground, drawing lines in the sand, defending our turf, our stance, our beliefs. And this one, the root issue of what needs to be overcome, and this is about giving up. So maybe it's like we need to give up fighting for something, possibly, or it's also about feeling overwhelmed or needs to overcome feeling so. Because all we got here is swords and wands. So it's and the wands just being about conflict and defenses, and this is about some shady shit here. Five of Swords, even Queen of Swords reversed. Queen could be male, female. It doesn't matter. It's a core card. Again, it could be someone who's manipulative, a liar. Watch out, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we're trying to figure things out and we feel conflicted and whatever it said, that's all I'm saying. Feeling overwhelmed by challenges, responsibilities, competing, comparing against others, like I mentioned earlier about, and the same thing with that one. You know, can't compare yourself to other people. Can't compare other people's journeys to your own. You know, no, everybody has their own plan. And your plan isn't necessarily the universe's plan either. So again, can't compare. Be yourself. Um, need to build self-esteem and confidence, right? This is the root issue here. What needs to be done? So there needs to be a build-up of what is that? Stella got her groove back. You need to figure out how to get your groove back. Um, feeling vulnerable, inadequate, again, not feeling good enough, uncertainty, whatever it is. Oh, geez, what's going on, Capricorn? I don't like these things. So especially when they resonate. I don't want to hear this shit. Stop reminding me. Judged or criticized or being questioned, staying in challenging relationships. Like don't do that. Avoiding conflict. It's also about compromising. So, but again, don't compromise your self-respect, your self-worth, value, your peace of mind, your emotional health, your mental health, your finance, or whatever. You do gotta have some boundaries here. Not fortresses, but we do have to have some boundaries, whether it's new people, old people, or whatever. But I think for many, you know, many have been in hermit mode, or many have been still struggling with feeling left out in the cold by life, people, what have you. And there needs to be a little bit of a self-esteem boost. There needs to be a little bit of confidence put in, a little bit of more action and less thinking. Um, avoiding conflict, compromise, again, pleasing others. Don't do that. Don't be a people pleaser. You know, because people pleasing, just that's doormat status. Not worth the struggle. So whatever it is that we're feeling conflicted about, we need to let it ride. Taking things too far or being overly aggressive about protecting our turf. So again, depends. Sometimes you need to protect it, depending on who you're protecting it from. But again, it's good to have boundaries, but don't put up fortresses, because for many have been clinging to a past situation or hoping somebody, whatever. And again, be careful what you wish for, because some of them people will be rolling back around, and some aren't meant to, you know, they might be just testing you again. Um, but also, you know, the universe might be trying to bring in someone new, and we're really needing to release this old cycle. Some are still hanging on to this stuff. And I'm not talking about people where shit just happened like last week. Like let's put this out there. These are for the cappies that have been in it for a minute. Um, and they know that they want change, but maybe they can't seem to figure out how to manifest it. They just keep getting stuck maybe in their head, or stuck back on this past person or past pains, or not feeling good about themselves, or not putting in much effort because they figure, oh, what's the point? All of that stuff. Like they're trying to tell you, don't give up hope, don't lose sight of hope, don't compare yourself to others, don't worry about other people, just work on yourself. Try to find some direction, try to get some clarity about what you're doing, where you're going, try to put yourself out there, try not to be so, you know, gates up, try to be open to new experiences and new people. Um, you know what I'm saying? Hopes and fears, we got the Five of Swords. Like, I don't like this card. This is the asshole card. The one who'll do whatever to serve his own interests. Don't give a damn who they hurt. And many people probably were dealing with somebody like this, or, you know, there could have been some Capricorns who were like this. Like I says, I don't just read, I read for both the angel and the devil. So, because everybody needs the advice. I don't pick sides and just talk about, you know, the one who got shaded on. Um, Because maybe, and in some instances, the ones who do the do are the ones that need the help the most, because they're obviously going around hurting people. Um, again, it's about betrayal, um, loss, defeat, one-upmanship, shallow victories. Now, in the reverse, it's about being open to change, letting go of past resentments, wanting the period of fighting to be over. Same thing is here. Hopes and fears. So again, you might have somebody coming in who's looking to, wanting the period of fighting to be over, wanting to come on. You're conflicted because you don't know, and again, maybe this person was a liar in the past, and they were lying. I don't know. It could be many situations here. But again, if this is just about forgiveness, even if it's just for yourself, forgive yourself for not knowing better, so that you can release the energy. So that again, if the love of your life was to show up tomorrow, you wouldn't recognize them, because you're still holding on to the one that dogged you out. There is still, because we have to be healed before we deal, right? Can't the rebound relationships don't work. And again, if you're not 100%, you can't give 100%. So again, don't miss opportunities. If you never know what's coming. That's what I said. Don't lose hope. Keep focusing on your own self, building up your self-esteem, getting your groove back, figuring out your stuff. Try to forgive and let go of the conflict, even that might be going on in your own head, the back and forth, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, the anger, the resentment, the whatever, because it could be months now, years, that we're still hanging on to this stuff, and this other person's been gone, been with other people, and you're still in the relationship, even though you're not. It's said, but healing takes time. But Spirit has been trying to say it's time. It's time to let us bring you something better, right? Put things behind you and move on. It's also about restoring a relationship. So again, that's on you. Conflict you can't seem to move away from. It's also about making amends. Exes posing problems. Fears of being hurt again. Disregards for the opinions of others, and knowing that we can't please everyone. It's also about picking our battles wisely. What's worth fighting for anyone? If all you've been doing is fighting for something, and you were the only one in it, the only one in it when you were in it, and the only one in it when you were out of it. It's time to kind of let that shit go. And again, releasing our fears of being hurt again. That might be preventing us from being open to something new that might be trying to come in. Now, the advice in regards to that is the Queen of Cups. So again, male, female, doesn't matter. This person is emotionally balanced. They're receptive and open to love. So if this is our fear of being hurt again, they're saying, well, heal thyself. And be receptive and open. Use your intuition, especially in regards to people that you've already dealt with. And even as just what your soul is telling you. When you're sad and when you're unhappy and when you're on that's your soul trying to ask you to address this and heal it so that you can be free. It's like, so I always try to picture yourself like the little kid version of you, right? When you're in stinking thinking, when you're in your negative mindsets, when you're in the lowest, when you're not feeling good enough, when you're not applying yourself, almost like self-sabotaging, because this also stems from childhood wounding. Now, I'm not good enough, or I'll never, or whatever it is, they'll never pick me, so you don't even try. Or again, this self-sabotatory ways of being, even preventing yourself from true love because it's clinging to the asshole. That was the lesson. Get the lesson, apply it, and move forward. So you don't deal with assholes anymore. It's like whatever is your situation. I always try to, when you find yourself in this stinking thinking, talk to yourself like you would your little kid version of you, because that's really the you that's feeling all of that, the rejection, again, the not good enough, the wounding. That's the source of it, and all the choices we've made and all the things, situations we've attracted to us, that's the source of it. How do we love ourselves? What do we think about ourselves? That's what that determines how others, we allow others to treat us, or what comes into us. Again, you attract what you are, right? At your core. That's why all of this is about healing. So I said, try to talk to yourself as like the little kid version of you. Would you say to a child some of the things that you say to yourself? Picture yourself as a little kid. Would you, when you're in that negative self-talk, maybe look in the mirror. It's a mirror exercise. Look in the mirror and see how that feels when you're looking at yourself and saying it. It's hurtful. Like I said, and the body is made a lot up of water and energy. And so when we speak negative things, the body retains that. You ever see those frozen water crystals? And when they spoke positive things or played nice music, the crystals were all beautiful. But then when they said mean things, the same thing about when they do it with plants and everything else. Negative words, thoughts, that energy, that's very real in regards to manifesting. That's why it can manifest disease, which is the body's dis-ease, stress, anxiety, depression, health issues. It's all that trapped negative stuff. Well, all the shit that's in the air and the toxic stuff, but that's another video. But again, thoughts and words, that's why they always try to say, manifestation power. Speak out what you want to manifest. Don't speak from a place of lack or negative, because that's just more of what you're going to stay in. Try to be positive. Try to think of a way to lead yourself through this. Be the hermit with the lantern, finding your way out of the conflict, the pain that still lingers. Again, in any negative self-talk or feelings that we might be putting on ourselves, again, speak to yourself like you would speak to the little kid version of you. That's the one that needs the love. That's the one that needs the positive reinforcement. That's the one that needs the you can do it, or self-care. Even going for a walk or doing stretches or whatever, caring for your body, caring for yourself, doing positive affirmations, whatever that's going to get you kind of in the right energy space to be open to receive. Getting emotionally balanced and getting out of this. And again, and if we're dealing with people that make you feel like this, that's the sign right there. This is not for you. If all it does is bring chaos and drama and confusion and pain and questioning and, it's like, free thyself. I'm going to say, don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. Something that was obviously there needs to be some release. Again, whether it's forgiveness and someone is coming in trying to prove themselves. But again, if this is the case, use discernment. Allow people to prove themselves over time. Don't take whatever they say at face value. Again, especially if they got a track record. Just be wise. But also, again, if we focus on shifting that energy, we can be open to, like I said, it could be the love of your life that comes after the disaster of your life. You never know. But you got to get out of this lack mentality or this orphaned mindset, this hermit mode, this still hanging on to because it's like you're blocking your own blessings. Again, the Queen of Cups is emotion, spirit, subconscious thoughts, nurturing, caring, compassionate, sensitive, the good wife, the loving mother, emotionally secure. And again, not in fear mode, right? Secure in who you are and what you can offer. Knowing what you want and what you're not going to settle for. Again, being emotionally in balance, not being afraid of being alone for a while if need be, if this is what's got to get you to get your stuff figured out. We don't need anybody else or any additional things coming in creating chaos and drama and conflict. People that are going to add blessings, not stresses. Being more discerning about the energy that you allow and the energy that you again put out. It's also about focusing on our emotional well-being, a need to empathize with others or show compassion or support, teach others, maybe teach others how to be compassionate. But again, don't take on somebody else's karma. Don't try to change anybody. Don't try to be the Florence Nightingale or whatever it is. People got to do their own stuff. But you can be compassionate, but not be, I'm going to say at a distance, but not be too involved. You know what I'm saying? And it's also about try to see how others cope with life's challenges. Like, again, try to gain a certain perspective on people are who they are based on their conditioning, their childhoods, what have you, and try to gain an understanding of that, especially people that suffer from some psychological issues, narcissists, borderline, bipolar, what have you. These people got stuff that they're dealing with on a level that is bigger than you. So again, maybe coming to that understanding if we were dealing with people like that, and understanding that it was a lesson. Learn it again, but don't close yourself off to something that's real. It's like knowing the difference too between what is real and what is shit. Symbolizes achievements made possible by use of our imagination and creativity, artistically gifted, self-expression. So they, again, if you got any projects you're working on, if you something, achievements can be possible through that avenue if we, again, can complete something and not be got 20 different things going on. Figuring out something like this potential here. Now, the possible outcome should you follow the advice, judgment in reverse. Well, judgment in reverse is about overcoming self-doubt. If this is the possible outcome, then we'd be overcoming self-doubt, right? If we can get ourselves emotionally balanced and get some self-esteem going here. Releasing guilt, forgiveness, forgiving ourselves, shoulda, woulda, couldas, whatever it is. Here again, indulging yourself in doubt and self-judgment. So we'd be getting out of that. Your deliberation causing you to miss opportunities that await. So again, that's what I said, too much conflict, too much in your head, too much clinging, too much holding on to past stuff. Can jeopardize opportunities. You don't want to do that. A momentum that has been accumulated that could propel you further. So again, whatever you've been through was for a reason, and don't lose sight of how far you've come and now where you can go. Not the time to be cautious or introverted. Now again, you should be cautious if you're dealing with the people I mentioned before, but don't be overly cautious, especially in regards to if you got any new people coming around trying to share in your world. We're talking about being introverted. You got the hermit there. Moving onwards with pride and confidence, or opportunities will be missed. Not allowing enough time to get to the heart of the matter and learn from mistakes. You have no control over the event, again, because some things are preordained. Some things were meant to happen to you in this life that you either asked for or that were necessary in order for you to revisit a karmic lesson, probably from a past life, that you needed to learn and overcome, like passing a class. So it's just how you react to that event. Your free will choices after that determine your path. And it says you can let something make you or break you. It's your choice. Um, Unhappiness, difficulties, isolation, consequences of past actions to learn valuable lessons. Again, always a lesson. Fear of important decisions or unwilling to accept change, so stagnation instead of growth, reluctant to let go. So again, this is what we don't want, right? Now let us see some advice. What's some advice? Yes, I didn't take the cards out. Well, you'll get there, Capricorn. Sure as hell hope so, because like I said, I'm Capricorn rising, and I'm over this shit. I speak for myself. I'm over it, and I definitely don't want any liars from the past trying to creep back in. I'm over it. Ooh, and I need some financial something. I'm trying to keep hope. You know what I'm saying? What advice do you have for Capricorn in regards to all of this in the month of September? What advice do you have for Capricorn? Whoa. And anything else? Flip here. What other advice do you have for Capricorn? See, we keep it real on my twin flame journey. I don't tell you what you want to hear, tell you what you need to hear, even if it's stuff that my own advice included. It might be stuff I don't want to hear, but it's what I need to hear. So, hey, you know, I don't sugarcoat things. I don't lead you down the primrose path. I don't promise you that someone's coming back and you're going to ride off in the sunset. And if they're a douche, I'm going to tell you they're a douche and to stay the hell away. You know, or whatever it is, we're always honest here, even in regards to my own sharing of my own crap. We've all got our crap. I'm not trying to come on here and act all perfect and spiritual and speak all, you know, I keep it real. If shit's sucking, it's sucking. If it's fantastic, it's fantastic. But I'm always trying to boost everybody up, including myself. What advice do you have for Capricorn in regards to love in September? In case people are looking. What advice do you have for Capricorn in regards to love? I guess this wants to come off. What advice do you have for Capricorn in regards to love? Advice. Whoa, well, here we go. No, and then we have release your ex over here and free yourself. Heart-to-heart conversations, and this could be the one. And I mention these because I've been getting this in my own stuff here. Finances and career, codependency, I said fears, clinging on to shit that gotta go, or watch out for people that might be coming in. You know, the homosexuals ain't looking for love, looking for help. Trust, let go of control issues. You know, like I said, somebody might be coming in trying to whatever and getting you all conflicted and you don't know and making all kinds of, watch out. Here we got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Let your friends help you. See, I told you. Either somebody is going to be coming in, either they're advising you to get out, you know, get social, let your friends help you get out of this funk. You know, maybe you'll meet someone, they're encouraging you to express your love, you know, be open. Or again, you might have somebody coming back, trying to find their way back into your good graces and offering some kind of help. Or you might have them coming looking for help, you know, looking for them to express your love. Or you're going to have to be discerning here. And then we're going to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps guided to take, especially if they're trying to guide you away from somebody that's no good for you. Or You know, for some, like I said, there's no clear answer, is there? Use your intuition. This would be the cards that come out. I'm like, I don't want to use my intuition. Just tell me. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So again, it could be someone old trying to come in and rekindle something, or it could be somebody new coming in and they're encouraging you to be open. Or they might be encouraging some of you to be open to the past person. But again, I won't say it. Gratitude. As I notice and appreciate the blessings, my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. So this is again about trying to be grateful for new opportunities, new days. Every day is a new day to try again. Patience. I trust in divine timing because again, you got to be ready. If you want some big dream or big love or whatever it is, you got to be ready for it. You can wish for it, but are you ready for it? I said if you want a good partner, first you got to be one. You definitely got to be healed before you deal, because you're going to be carrying all that shit from the past person, projecting it onto the new, being in fear, conflicted, not open because we're afraid of being hurt again, whatever it is. Or, again, maybe some people have been separated and it was for reasons for both of you to kind of figure out your shit. And maybe there might be an opportunity to come back around. Trust in divine timing. For some, like I said, and for others, there was definitely a lesson, and we got to let that shit go. And trust that as soon as we do that, divine timing, the new thing will come in, or maybe your career thing will take off, however it works. God, I step out of the way and surrender any need for control. I want to make room for God's healing love to flow through me in this situation. So it's like letting go and let God. Just like you can't, there's the let go control issues. Can't try to figure it all out. Can't try to have it when you want it or who you want, because who you want might not be what you need, especially if you've already learned a lesson. Or it's your plan and then God's plan, the divine plan, whatever it is. It's like releasing control, being wise, focusing on yourself, what you can do to manifest things for yourself, how you can build up your self-esteem, what actions you can take that you have control over, and release the rest. Because we don't have any control over timing, we don't have any control over other people, we don't have any control over outcomes necessarily. Some things you do, some things you don't. But like it says with the serenity prayer, right? Release is there to know the difference, of what you can and what you shouldn't. Tenderness. I am both gentle and powerful. Again, knowing that we can be loving and caring again, but also be like the Queen of Swords and cut somebody to the quick if they come at you with some bullshit. It's about you can be assertive and not worry about, but don't be bitchy. You can be vulnerable without being a doormat. It's like finding that balance. And that's the healthy balance. And on that note, my lovelies, is there anything else? Should I throw you a couple extra here? I don't remember if I used these two. Other advice here for Capricorn. Cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. That's what I was talking about earlier. And that stinking thinking. Pretend there's a little kid version of you standing in front of you and you're saying all that stuff. How does that little kid feel? It's time to love ourselves, nurture ourselves, believe in ourselves, and get rid of all the shit. What other advice do you have for Capricorn? You are a powerful light worker. It's safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and loving service to the divine. So for some of you, I guess, like me, you're called to service. Get out of the ego, I guess, and do what you've been goddamn asked. No, be of service. This is God's will. This isn't about your bank account. But you know, we's got to eat. Oh, we's got to eat. We got to pay the bills. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity as is a gift to us all. So again, being the Queen of Cups, it ain't easy, but it's a gift. It's better than being a shady mofo who goes around destroying other people's lives, serving our own agendas. It's like, be glad you're not a narcissist. And if you are a narcissist and you are watching this, then maybe there is hope. Unless you're looking for clues on how to come in and pull some shenanigans again, and you better go kick rocks. Crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. So again, this is about trusting in yourself. You know. Sometimes you don't want to know, but you know. And on that note, oh, yours was longer. I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Again, please like, subscribe, share, comment. You know, it helps to promote the channel. I help you, you help me. You know what I'm saying? And until next time, my dears, take care. Bye-bye.